There's always something to discover in your backyard, and I was really excited this morning to discover that my purple-winged mantis have hatched. The purple-winged mantis are probably the most common praying mantis across Australia, and they're also the one that we're most likely to encounter in our urban or suburban backyards. They just love flowering plants. They like acacias and eucalypts, and they love the garden. And in my case, they love my lavender plants. I've had the adult praying mantis roaming around my lavender plants. They're hunting for long-faced grasshoppers that are really common in my garden at the moment. So the praying mantis are attracted to all those grasshoppers, but they'll also feed on bees and flies, and in some cases, they'll even catch frogs or lizards. So they're formidable predators. They use those big spined forearms to grab and snatch and then pierce their prey before they eat the prey alive. It's quite gruesome but fascinating. The lavender itself I love to grow. It attracts so many different interesting insects, such as the blue-banded bees, which I really adore. After mating, the female lays her eggs and she encases the eggs in an egg sac, which is called an uthaka. So she hangs it from a small branch or twig, and it takes about 2 months for the young to hatch. It's super exciting. Now those baby praying mantises, and there can be up to 150 that come out of the uthaka, and as soon as they emerge, they molt. It's the first thing they do, and they shed their skins at the base of the uthaka. And then they're miniature replicas of the adult mantis. They then disperse amongst the foliage, and for a little while they'll tolerate one another, but it's not long before, as they spread into the landscape, they'll cannibalize one another if they meet each other. So in that case, it becomes survival of the fittest. And of all the young praying mantis that have hatched in my garden today, there might be only about 5 that survive. Right from their start, they have to be very good hunters. The adults of the species are winged, but the youngsters aren't. So the youngsters are likely to be roaming around my garden until they mature. And once they become adults, they then are able to fly and they can disperse into the wider landscape. They're amazing predators to have in your garden. They'll take care of some of these grasshopper pests that I've got. To have the grasshoppers, I then also have the praying mantis. It's all about biodiversity. So much to discover in our own backyards. Everybody's garden has something going on. And if you're lucky enough to find that you have purple-winged praying mantis living in your garden, you too can watch their antics. There's nothing better than watching the natural world unfold in front of you. All we have to do is get outside and explore our environments, and we can all discover some of these incredible creatures that are living in our own backyards.